Hello students, welcome to our new normal class. And today let us talk about the lesson 3, which is the inverse function. Well, before we formally start our lesson, I just want you to discuss to you the learning competency under this topic. Represent a real-life situation using a one-to-one function. Determine the inverse of a one-to-one function. Represent a inverse function through a table of values and a graph. Finds the domain and range of a inverse function. And lastly, solve problems involving inverse function. So let's start to discuss what is one-to-one function. When you say one-to-one function, these are the function where every value in the ranges a function value of exactly one or only one value in their domain. It is as same as a function, wherein a function, it is a one element corresponds or relation only another element. So here are the example of the one-to-one function for you to understand. So there are two diagrams here. The first diagram here shows that it is a one-to-one. So in this diagram, it is called a mapping diagram. So in here, so we have a function which is f of x is equal to a square root of x. So we have a value of x and we have the value of y. The value of x, it is the left side, the 16, 4, and 2. And the value of y, it is a 4, 2, and 3. So they are relationship or they are corresponding one another. So it is a one-to-one. So let us discuss the second figure, which is the g of x is equal to x squared. So in the letter A, they are three variables, negative 3, negative 2, and 2. And the second figure, or the letter B, it's 9 and 4. So shows that the variable 4 in the letter B has or have 2 corresponds, which is negative 2 and 2. So in this figure, it is not a one-to-one. Kumbaga, sa tawag niya pa lang ng one-to-one, dapat iisa lang po ang inyong karelasyon. Kung si A, karelasyon lamang niya ay C. Wala pong karelasyon na dalawa, walang karelasyon na tatlo, dapat iisa lang po siya. Yun po ang one-to-one. Next, a relation reversing the process performed by any function f of x is called the inverse. For the word itself, inverse, pagbalik na rin po natin. So I hear a diagram to show if the function is inverse. So in the first table, which is the left side, is the value of x and the value of y. The value of x contain negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. And the other hand, the value of y is 15, negative 7, 8, 2, and 0. So how to inverse them? You just simply exchange the value of x into a value of y and vice versa. So if you inverse the value or the element, the x value, it can be a y value, and the y value, it can be an x value. So in here, in the second picture, that the x are 15, negative 7, 8, 2, 0. Previously, they are y variable. and now they are x variable. And the y is negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. The original there is y value. And now, if you inverse them, they are y value. So the inverse function of the first figure is the second figure that you exchange the variable. Next, the properties of an inverse function. If the f to the negative 1 inverse function exists. So number 1, f negative 1, it is a 1-to-1 function. F is also a 1-to-1. So the inverse function and the 1-to-1 function are the same. So always that our function, they are has one or exact corresponding each other. Number 2, domain of the f negative 1 is equal to range of the f. And the range of the f negative 1 is equal to domain of the f. It simply means that the value of x should be a value of y and vice versa. So I will give you the example. So find the inverse of the function described by the set of order pairs. So we have a set of order pairs of 0, negative 2, 1, 0, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 6. So how to inverse them? So it simply means the value of x transform into value of y or vice versa. So switch the coordinates of each order pair. So this is the original. So the 0, negative 2, 1, 0, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 6. This is the original function. If you inverse the function, eto po siya. Negative 2, 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, and 4. So this is the inverse function. It means that pinagbaliktad lang po natin si x tsaka si y. Si x magiging y, si y magiging x. Tapos siya yung magiging inverse function. Okay? Next. Below are the steps function has unique inverse function. This time, so we already discussed how to inverse the order pairs as well as a table of values. So this time, how to get an inverse function using the equation. So these are the step-by-step procedure. Number 1, replace the f of x into a y. Isn't it that the f of x is equal to y? So take note of that. F of x is equal to y. Interchange the x and y and then solve for y into the resulting equation. So, dun sa mga previous lessons natin, ang hinahanap natin si x. So, this time, ang hinahanap natin si y kasi po, inverse function. Ayun. Replace y by f minus 1 of x. So, the f minus 1, it is symbol by na-reverse na po yung equation. And then, lastly, verify if f and f negative 1 are inverse function. So you just see or compare them if they are inverse function. Okay. So here is the example. Find the inverse relation algebraically for the function of f of x is equal to 3x plus 2 when you say algebraically, they are algebra equations. So all of our equation, they are algebra. Okay? So the first step is the f of x converted into y. So since, take note that the f of x is equal to y. So y is equal to 3x plus 2. This is the original equation defining by f. Next, exchange the x and y. So ang y po magiging x, si x po ay magiging y. So x is equal to 3y plus 2. And then, find the value of y. So since ang walang kasama si x, you need to transpose the 2 para mag-isa na lang si 3y. Since ang hinahanap natin ay y. So magiging 3y plus 2 is equal to x, and then transpose it by simply means that y negative 1 is equal to x minus 2 over 3. Bakit po naging x minus 2 over 3? Kasi po, tinranspose natin si 2 dun sa x, magiging negative po siya. So, magiging 3y is equal to x minus 2. And then, paano po natin tatanggalin si 3? You need to divide it by both side by 3 para mag-isa na lang si y. So, both side by 3, the answer is y, negative 1 is equal to x minus 2 over 3. Okay? So that is the end of our lesson 3, which is the inverse function. I hope you learned something from me, and good day, and God bless. Goodbye.